Martial law is a temporary suspension of ordinary law, where military authority temporarily replaces civilian authority. Essentially, it means the military assumes control of civil governance in a designated area. Here are the key characteristics. Military rule. Civilian authority is supplanted by military rule. Suspension of civil rights. Civil liberties such as freedom of speech, assembly, and the right to due process may be suspended or severely restricted. Military justice. Military courts may be used to try civilians bypassing the civilian justice system. Curfews and restrictions. Curfews, travel restrictions, and other limitations on civilian movement may be imposed. Want to know the history of martial law in the U.S.? Sure. While the U.S. Constitution does not explicitly mention martial law, it has been declared on several occasions throughout American history, often in times of crisis like Civil War. Martial law was extensively used during the Civil War, particularly in the South during Reconstruction. World Wars. Limited instances of martial law were declared during World War I and World War II, primarily to address specific security concerns. Civil Rights Era. Martial law was declared in several southern states during the civil rights movement to suppress protests and maintain order, often controversially. Natural disasters. In recent decades, martial law has been declared in some cases following natural disasters, such as hurricanes, to maintain order and facilitate emergency relief efforts. Here are some important considerations. Constitutional concerns. The declaration of martial law raises significant constitutional questions regarding the balance of power between the military and civilian government. Human rights. The suspension of civil liberties during martial law can have serious human rights implications. Abuse of power. There is always the risk of the abuse of power when military authorities are granted extraordinary powers. Mind you, it's crucial to remember that martial law is a serious measure that should only be considered in extreme circumstances when civilian authorities are unable to maintain order and safety.